The problem is we have a branch. It's like it's over the house, so all the fucking seeds and
I did that. Well, I want to put my loppers and start whacking.
That's what I brought those up too because I was just so I
Plus,
had those.
I didn't want a land bridge for any kind of rodents to be getting on my roof.
Oh, they can make the jump, dude. Have you seen squirrels? They're crazy.
I didn't want to make it easy for them.
Yeah, you didn't want to make it a layup. I hear you.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or very possibly for the first time.
Maybe. We have, for the first time, Cerny, we haven't been so proactive on recording. I can't even believe it. Can't even believe we made it happen.
We have been doing our homework.
We have. And part of the homework was Cerny watching the new Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny.
Oh, yes.
It was, as the kids are saying, it was popping off on Disney Plus.
It was popping off on Disney Plus. So I was like, okay, I'll have to take a dive. Recruited my dad. Text him.
Now, your old man is a connoisseur of film.
Yes.
That's underselling his, what would you best...
he used to teach like a movie class.
Yeah, like he's a professional film person. He's a critic.
He knows like director, techniques, and he can kind of predict the way things are going by the way the camera and whatever the fuck,
Oh, the opening shot, he'll like figure the whole movie out before. Like Ocean's 11, he probably knew right away.
He did Sixth Sense out the gate. This
knew.
Guy's dead, and I was like, how do you know that? Oh, because if you look at the way it pans away from him, where it takes it zooms in on him and it pans away to the ceiling, it's like the soul leaving the body. And I was like, what? And then like later on, he's like, no one's talking to him besides the kid. And I was like, what? He's like, look, pay attention. Are you paying attention? I'm like, I'm watching this movie. My eyes aren't closed. Fuck.
Oh shit! My eyes were closed. So. I already know, I'm not expecting your dad to be like, this was a fucking...
He loves Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Scoot over, Rosebud. Here comes Dial of Destiny. I'm not expecting that.
No.
Rosebud.
Him and I have a classic disagreement. I hate Citizen Kane, by the way. I can't stand the movie, but he something I don't know shit, so that was his response.
He just likes it because it's... Why did I call the movie Rosebud? Citizen Kane is the movie, but at least you got what I was trying to say, right?
Yeah, Citizen Kane
sled. Is it just because Citizen Kane is just if they're like whatever the textbook how you make a movie, it's 100 out of 100 on the fucking textbook status.
Yeah. So he's in for the stories and stuff as well.
That movie was horseshit.
I can't stand it.
I'm just going to look on Rotten Tomatoes what it is. It's got to be up there, right?
It's got to be like 100. 98, maybe?
What do you think have your kids seen it?
No, fuck no.
Dude, there's no way.
Black and white, there's no way. They're hitting the brakes right there.
Citizen Kane, the tomato meter, 99.
Yeah.
It's fucking topped up. Audience score, 90.
90? Well...
Yep.
I didn't put my review in there.
Yeah.
So
maybe I'll try to watch it again to get another. Okay. So yeah, Citizen Kane. We've seen that movie fucking 5 times probably.
Oh fuck yeah, and it's miserable.
It's just
I
don't even think. Do you think any Gen Z or kids could sit through it? Like it would be.
No.
They would rather like look at the fucking wall or something. It's just too.
I was listening. I don't remember what it was. It was some podcast, and they were talking about like Alien, the first one. How it's like a great movie,
Ridley Scott, right?
Yeah, and they were talking about like if you made it today, it would flop because it's all about suspense. You don't really see the creature until
yes,
so it's always like this. It's just kind of like an action, but it's really suspenseful, and they lead you on. They said that won't happen today.
You know what else I saw that in, and I recognize it in was this Halloween. I had never seen. Because we went to the downtown Halloween, like, bring your kids trick-or-treating, and there was a Jason dude that was just walking around. But then if you kind of looked at him, he would just stare at you and do the fucking creepy. And I'm like, and my wife's like, that's so creepy that person's doing that. I'm like, what? I've never seen this movie. So we watched it. And they did the whole thing. Like, they never showed him really. They kind of, they played it. Yeah, they built the suspense a lot there. So
I think, anyway. This last Halloween... We watched, Night of the Living Street.
Oh, Elm Street. I haven't seen that one. I don't think my wife would watch that. She refuses to even look at anything Freddy Krueger.
It took me like half the movie to realize that was fucking Johnny Depp, the boyfriend. He's like 20
in the original one?
Yeah, he's like 20 years old.
I've never seen the movie.
I was like sitting there like, this kind of looks familiar. And then my wife actually was like, is that Johnny Depp? And I was like, I paused it and I was like, then of course I went to, Google it real quick. I was like, holy fuck, it is.
Oh, he was like a kid though, or your early 20s or something.
Yeah, he was like 21, maybe 21.
Okay, so your dad likes Indiana Jones. He's probably a Spielberg fan.
He likes Spielberg.
Jurassic Park.
He likes the original Jurassic Park.
Okay.
He likes Schindler's List, as far as how it goes.
Jaws.
He liked Jaws.
Okay.
He liked Saving Private Ryan.
Okay. Yeah. These are all really good movies.
Yeah, he likes those. He just the Raiders of the Lost Ark. He likes that, and he likes like the way it works. Like, the Ark of the Covenant. You can't look at it, or you melt. That's kind of like kind of goes with the whole Bible thing, and like when where she yells, "I'm your goddamn partner." I remember we used to watch that on TBS, and they would bleep out God. I'm your damn partner. My dad would say, "You just ruined the fucking movie." That is supposed to be symbolized that God has damned them together because they're going after. And I was like,
"Oh shit."
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't really know. I thought she was just yelling out, something I would yell out.
Why would they bleep out God and not bleep out?
Damn, I know. So I never understood that either.
That's lame. Anyway, was he? So, what was his? Had he learned about Dial of Destiny, or
No, but I kind of forewarned him. I said, I think there's some time travel, and he's like, okay, yeah, he does that. He goes real quiet. He goes, okay.
He's like,
I think they go back to. I go, this is a report from Chip. They end up going back to Archimedes. He's like, okay.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
He was sour already.
At least the Nazis are back to fight. That's the.
Well, I said it to him, I was like, "Well, I hear he's fighting Nazis." Like again? I said, "I think they're going back to their." I know what they're doing. Okay.
So this was a family. Was this a family viewing thing, or it was like a simulcast? Like you had it. You both pressed play nearly.
Oh yeah, we pressed play. He was at his house. I was at my house.
Okay.
Robin was in the room, so it was Robin and I. Jeffrey was in there for a little bit, but didn't really grab his attention.
Oh,
and I mean, at first, like they did the de-aging, and the whole where he's being hanged, and then the thing blows up, and that kind of horse shit. I was like, oh, okay. And they're fighting on the train. I was like,
yeah,
okay, that was kind of a long one too.
I know. See,
I text my dad. I was like, I think they're really proud of the de-aging because
they're going to it a lot.
Yeah, and he's like, I got a text like, no shit.
Well, I thought there was. I don't know. This is my opinion. I'm curious to hear what you think. I felt like there were some instances where it worked really well, and I'm like, oh, this is legit. But then there was other ones like the train and the fighting and the faster stuff where I'm like, oh, it looks too fake.
Yeah.
But the slower stuff.
Yeah, where he was like talking and stuff. Like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it actually fooled my wife. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, he's fucking 81 years old. She's like, no, he's not. I said, yes, he is. I said, this is what he looks like today. She's like, oh shit.
My wife was frothing. She was frothing on the couch like, oh my God, look how fucking hot he is. I'm like, get it, girl. Let's go.
But then when they smash cut to 1968, the moon, and people were looking, and I was like,
he's in his boxer shorts. I'm like, here he is. This is Harrison Ford.
And then we, whatever was going on, and I was like, okay. And then when those people capture him or whatever, and he gets on the fucking horse and starts riding it through, I was like,
dude, it was real. That scene was really long, right?
Yeah,
like, there was no way it needed.
I was like, man, this horse ride. I text my dad. And I was like, I didn't even make it. I turned it off. I was like,
wow.
What? He's like, it's boring. I don't give a shit about the characters, and this is just bullshit. And I was like, oh, wait. And then the whole the Nazi, and then when they did do this is always amazes me in movies. The kid that first off, he hot wires a fucking plane, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a car.
Yeah, a plane.
I've never flown before, but he's keeping up with this fucking plane,
Yeah.
And then when they go and when they hit the time portal, first off, they do like the tectonic shift wasn't around.
Yeah.
You're going to be off coordinates. But not only off coordinates, we were off time as well. We ended up where the siege of Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
Which is where Archimedes actually meets his demise. But anyway, the Roman ships, and then they're like buzzing the tower, and the spears hit the fucking planes.
And I'm like,
oh no,
what? It was a bit much, that part.
Or the fucking clock, or they go to his tomb and there's like a watch or some shit, and I was like, oh no.
Well, what did your wife think of it?
Yeah, she was kind of playing on her phone halfway through.
Okay, yeah.
Really,
okay.
Listen to me yell about it. Rolling her eyes. I was just crediting this.
Now, what's the Cerny Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny tomato meter? Score it.
Oh man, I'm giving it a fucking 20.
Damn, dude, that's fucking harsh.
I was sour.
You were that sour on it. Wow.
Especially when they crash and Archimedes comes running out, and they speak ancient Greek or whatever the fuck it is. So I told my dad, I was like, oh yeah, he was talking to Archimedes. Like, yeah, every historian can speak ancient Greek. Yeah, okay, fluently.
Cern audience score 88, tomato meter 69. Nice.
Man, I disagree.
I'd give it a C. I'd give it a 7. I'd round that thing up. Give me a C on that movie.
Oh, I can. I wasn't. It was kind of
no
long
good.
as boss. No.
Now, gun to your head. You got to watch Crystal Skull or Dial of Destiny. Which one would you watch?
I'm good. I will watch.
Take the bullet.
I'll watch the Dial over. Yeah, I'll take the bullet.
I agree.
Sweet release of death.
Yes,
but I'll watch Dial over Skull. I guess.
Yeah,
because the Skull is.
It was a little bit much. The Skull.
Yeah.
This. Okay. What if they made the horse scene like 30 seconds instead of 12 minutes or whatever it was?
And then trim up the train scene.
It could have been. I mean, the time on it was 2:30, 2:24.
Oh yeah, no,
dude, give me fucking Final Cut and give me that movie. I'll get you under 2 hours, no problem. In that movie.
Yeah, I'll get
easy.
You 90 minutes.
90 minutes. I'll pull this thing under an hour. No questions asked. Okay. It could have been a little tighter, and there was some bullshit they just could have.
And they were just running out every old character from.
That part.
I think they're trying to really pulling at the nostalgia of it. Let's just run out everyone's alive.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean Connery could make a cameo, I assume, but.
Oh yeah, where was he? It's like couldn't have been some ghost, a specter,
like in Star Wars.
Yeah. R2D2 comes out and he pops out. Okay. Well, you saw Dial of Destiny. No good. Cern gives it 2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. We'll not see it again. Unless someone walks in with a gun and says, I got to watch it. Or Crystal Skull.
Or Crystal Skull, you will watch it again.
Pop it back in.
Okay. Well, we have, that was disappointing homework that you had to do, it sounded like. But
it was.
You got it done. You got it done, though. Sometimes homework is like that. We have the largest sports contract ever was just signed. That's right. Shohei Ohtani. He's now officially a Los Angeles Dodger. Has it been confirmed? Alleged?
10 years,
700 million bones.
Making $70 million a year.
I heard it's all deferred out like it's some crazy Bobby Bonilla thing. Like he's really only making like 15 or 20 mil a year.
Why not? I would do that. If you get like, hey,
what do you need 70 million for? Like, it's just absurd.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. If I got 70 million,
one season.
Yeah.
So,
or I'd blow it on bullshit.
That's what, Jets, and it's going to be ridiculous. Anyway, so it was rumored the Giants were in the race. I don't think the Giants are putting anywhere near. I think maybe they would be going 400 million.
I read they were above 600, but they weren't close to 700.
That's a lot. That's more money than like these team owners are even have.
Yeah.
But there was just how the Giants got arson judged when Judge used the Giants and their fan base to milk more money out of the Yankees. It seems like Ohtani did this to the Blue Jays fans.
They got Shojade.
They got Shojade, dude. So I don't know how, but there was some rumor that came out that he was on someone had tracked a private flight from LA to Toronto, and they did all this fucking research and like pulling pictures and stuff. They're like, this is the type of plane that he takes. It's going from here to here. It's rumored that he's going to announce it on this date, and they found like, oh, he signed his Angels contract on December 18th and all this shit. There was all this fucking conspiracy. I was all in on it. I was all in.
Well, like at some point, it was like he was going to sign. Like it was, I don't know. I saw the tweet. It was like he's going to sign. It'll be announced in the next 30 minutes, and I was like, "Fuck,
it's done."
Yeah, I was like, "It's done."
And I was like,
it was like, "No, actually, wait." He's at his house.
Fucking our main man Bob had the legit news for a change.
He had the correct news. What the hell?
So it was rumored that he was going to sign on the Blue Jays, which I honestly would have been cool because that's like they're not a no-name team, but like, I don't it's not a top MLB. It's a 2-tier, second-tier team probably.
Yeah, they're not the Yankees or the Dodgers or
or
somebody I despise.
And I mean, the whole time my expectations was the Dodgers were going to sign him just because it's the Dodgers, dude. It's just what they do. So I was ready for it, but I don't know this. Now that it's actually happened, I'm like, it hurts. I'm not.
I was talking to Joe.
Yeah.
About it yesterday. There was Dodger fans amongst us.
Ugh.
Yeah. She's like, well, I don't know if I like this signing. I was like, why? Well, because everyone's going to hate us even more. I was like, it don't matter. I hate you.
Yeah. They're the NL Yankees, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, he goes out, takes a foul ball right off the shin. He's out for half the year.
Oh my God.
I mean, he seems like a good guy, so I don't want to wish ill. But I think I would go to bed with a smile on my face.
I mean, obviously, it seems like they're going to win the World Series or whatever. But every time they don't, it'll just make it hurt that much more.
Oh yeah,
at least in these next few years. And he can't pitch next year, so yeah. Anyway, but then all the calculation. I mean, the amount of money is just absurd because they're like, oh, every game if he plays 162 games, he'll make $415,000 a year. I'm like, that's more than 99% of the United States.
Yeah, he makes it in a day. It's like, fuck.
It's just insane. It's making
like all it means, like, enjoy your $32 Dodger dog and your $50 beer.
I think, dude, they're gonna have all the Sapporo fucking.
Oh, dude,
they're gonna have
like the old Japanese thing.
Yeah, they're gonna have so much.
Like a whole, like a sushi bar or something.
Yeah.
Well, they're actually. I mean, they probably will get an influx of, because I mean, I think the Angels had an influx of like people from Japan who would visit like during the summer.
Dude, remember when Ichiro would come around, dude? It was huge. And so Ohtani's like 10 times bigger than Ichiro, it feels like.
Yeah, there's a, and it's like, I think with like Japan and you see some of these other countries, like when they have like a big star, there's like, they're like a national hero.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, here it's like Bryce Harper's born and raised, but who gives a fuck? Fuck you. You play for the Phillies.
Yeah. I mean, he's literally, he's like a larger than life.
Yeah.
Dude, the Giants are going to get fucking creamed. They're going to get woofed on by the Dodgers every time.
They better
make some signings.
Yeah, and not the fucking minor leaguer or whatever they got. They decide from the fucking age or some bullshit. I was like, don't announce it. They announced it. I was like, don't even announce this.
Don't even announce this, dude. Just it's a quiet signing. It's just removing some paperwork around, really. It's all that it boils down to. But yeah, so I mean, they bought him for the player. I think they recognize, obviously, the value of the brand of this person.
Oh, yeah.
And what he's going to bring to your franchise, basically. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't think the Dodgers would be losing money on signing something like that. No.
Even how fat
all
it is.
Jerseys and all that shit that he's going to sell now is going to be.
Dude, how many jerseys do you think they sold like already in 2 days? Fucking 50,000? I don't know. Fuck. Oh my God, it's just so much. New hats. People are all just fucking nutting. They're just nutting money right now. They can't help it. Oh man, so
sickening.
Well, while Ohtani's fucking bringing in 70 milli a year, I'm up on my new ladder from Costco. Remember I told you I got the little giant. It extends up both sides. I put the Christmas tree lights up with it because we had a couple hard rains, and I'm laying in bed and I just hear water just dumping out. Just like sounds like someone's pouring buckets of water off the roof. I'm like, oh yeah, I bet those gutters are like full. And I go out and I look at them. There's a fucking plant. There's like a weed growing out of the gutters.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm like, okay. So I asked my wife, and I'm like, how much, like, do you think it costs to pay somebody to come out and do the gutters? I can do it. It's not about if I can do it or not. It's about, do I want to do it? And how much money is it? She goes, oh, I was wondering the same thing. I looked it up. They said maybe like $200. I don't know if that's accurate or not. You've been to my house. Like, it was just one story. It can't be. It'd probably be like 2 hours of work.
I did my gutters.
Okay. So anyway, I don't have $70 million a year, so I got my ass up on the ladder.
Yeah.
And first thing I did was take the weeds out of the problem is we have a branch. It's like it's over the house, so all the fucking seeds and
I did that. Where I want to put my loppers and start whacking.
That's what I brought those up too because I was just so I.
Plus, I didn't want a land bridge for any kind of rodents to be getting on my roof.
Oh. They can make the jump, dude. Have you seen squirrels? They're crazy.
I didn't want to make it easy for them.
Yeah, you didn't want to make it a layup. I hear you on that. So I was doing some of that too. So I got up there, and now we have these. It's like a wire cage, and it's kind of bald, and you shove it down so when the leaves come in, they don't go into the gutter.
Okay.
I'm not totally convinced. I think those are almost doing more harm than good. But I don't know. I don't know the facts.
I don't have those.
You just raw dog it with the
raw dog it. Just scooped it out and just took the hose and just jammed it down the hole at full blast.
Yeah.
And just blew it out bottom.
And if you really are desperate, get your fucking air compressor out there or your leaf blower or something.
Yeah, your pressure washer or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, these fucking gutters